Hi, my name is Kelsey Hulbert and I am an introvert. I'm able to say this with confidence after reading Quiet by Susan Cain. Susan Cain goes into detail about the description of introverts on page 10. She states that introverts are drawn to the inner world of thought and feeling. Introverts focus on meaning they make of events swirling around them. I connect to this because I believe that I'm able to take in situations and think very deeply about them. This isn't always a good thing because it can lead to overthinking, which causes me anxiety. I think about all possible outcomes, whether they're good or bad. On page 11, Cain states that introverts listen more than they talk, think before they speak, and often feel as if they express themselves better in writing than in conversation. It is true that I definitely feel like I listen more than I talk. Ask anyone and they will be able to confirm this. I tend to get nervous and overthink the words that I'm going to be saying out loud. I'm afraid of other people judging me for the words that I use or if I'm coming across the way that I want to be. This results in me not talking much sometimes. I get mad at myself when I do this, but I have a hard time opening up. I am better at writing than talking. I like to be able to think about my word choices and be able to change words around if I'm not liking the end result. It is unlike talking where once you say something, you're not able to take it back. Even though Susan Cain talks about how introversion does not relate to shyness necessarily, in my case, I would say that they do, and I would call myself a shy introvert. On page 12 of Quiet, it states that shyness is the fear of social disapproval or humiliation, while introversion is a preference for environments that are not overstimulating. I'm a person who does have a fear of social disapproval, which I've talked about with the fear of people judging me. And I also have a preference for non-overstimulating environments. The book continues to say on page 12 that many shy people turn inward, partly as a refuge from socializing that causes them such anxiety. And many introverts are shy partly as a result of receiving message that there's something wrong with their preference for reflection, and partly because their psychologies compel them to withdraw from high stimulation environments. Honestly, I need to just try my best to get over the fact that I think people are judging every little thing I do, when in most cases, the truth is most people aren't even paying that close attention to me. Even though I am shy almost 24/7, if there is something that requires me to be more extroverted and it is something that is deeply important to me, I will put on a different persona to get the job done. This is an example of what is said on page 209, that introverts are capable of acting like extroverts for the sake of work they consider important, people they love, or anything they value highly. I need to get better at my interpersonal communication skills. I see it and my shyness as my biggest weaknesses, especially with wanting to get a job in the field of communications. I can only put on a different persona for so long, which is why I really need to work on this skill. My concentration is in film and new media, and my minor is in music business, because I hope to be able to work with singers and performers someday. You need to be able to have good communication skills to have this kind of job, or in any job really, to be able to talk with other professionals. This is important for you to be able to give your ideas off in a clear way that others will be able to understand. I am especially shy when I am put into a situation where I have to have a conversation with a stranger. I do not know anything about them, and I don't know how they're going to be judging me and what I'm talking about. This is going to be an obstacle that I'm going to have to get over to be able to advance into the field that I want to be a part of. I believe that quiet was chosen for this class because it explains and goes into detail about what introverts, extroverts, and ambiverts really are. It helps us as readers to be able to identify what kinds of people we are and what skills and weaknesses that come with each one. It is able to help us figure out the best ways for us to be successful in our lives and in our careers.